Okay, so just a quick video for the assembly of one of the guns for the SN Heavy Arms. So as you can see, I've already painted all of this, and so let's start. So here's the casing for the gun. So start with this, and you may want to use some pushers here, something to push this, because it's gonna be a really tight fit, and if you want a proper fit, you really have to push it in. Okay, so these are the light blue green trims, so you gotta put it there, and you have to do 2 of them. So one of the easiest ways that I found out was to just use some additional sticks here and to push them in much more easily. Okay, there. So one of the things that you want to do here, well, by the way, as you can see, is I've already painted this, so I've given it a preliminary layer of top coat, so that even if I scuff it up, I won't have a lot of trouble afterwards, because I'm gonna top coat this with flat coat afterwards anyway, after I'm done with all of the detailing and the main suit. So there you go, there, nice fit, very flush. Okay. Next is the small pistons here. These are simple, so it's just gonna be sandwiched between these 2 parts in the main casing, but something that you have to keep in mind here is that this is gonna be a really tight fit, especially if this is if you are doing a painted build. If you are able to assemble it right like this, see, you'll hear some snaps like that, and once you have snapped those in, you're probably not gonna get those out later on, so it's giving me trouble here. There we go. So yeah, so just keep in mind, this is the gun itself is a really tight fit, so you can't afford to make a mistake here, because if you do, like you put in this part for example inverted, you're not gonna get that out without damaging your paint job, so be careful with that. Okay, and that is actually the hardest part of the gun assembly. Everything else is actually a lot more lenient and easy. Okay, there. After this one, sorry about that, everything's gonna be a whole lot easier. Okay, there we go. There. So make sure to just press everything together, because they will have a tendency to go apart after a while, but it should be easy enough to do. There. Okay, so that's the main gun assembly. Next is the barrels. So something that you have to keep in mind is that here there are a lot of reminders in the instruction manual, but if you look at here, see that the barrel itself, there's a notch there, and there's a corresponding notch here on the bottom part of the barrel there. So that means it can only fit in one way. And later on, if you are going to assemble that, make sure that this part here, the one with the extra detail, is facing that part with the notch. So you'll see it later. Okay, so now this is actually the most tedious part of the build for me so far, because I had to do a lot of masking to get this color separation right here. So there. But one of the good things here is that it's just a little tedious. There's actually not a lot of skill involved in masking this, because you don't actually have to cut the tape while it is on the part. So you can actually pre-cut a lot of tape. So as you can see right here, so you can actually pre-cut a lot of tape and just mask accordingly. So one square of 10 millimeter, one 10 millimeter square of tape can actually cover the circumference of the barrel properly. So that's good, because you don't have to do a lot of cutting anyway. So there. And one of the good thing, and make sure that when you're masking, so start at the front here, then wrap around on the back, so that when you are going to unmask it later on, if you damage the initial part when you are unmasking, let's say you are using a very fine tweezer to get the paint off or the tape off, so the damage is going to be at the back part, which you can easily hide when you are doing your final assembly. So that's nice. So that's one tip for you if you want to build it like this. So there. Then the other half. There we go. Okay, there. Now, this part is the one that actually took a lot out of me for when masking, because for this part you have to actually cut while the tape is on the part. So this was actually just a white piece, then I had to mask it off so that I can get the separation here on the barrel. Okay, so let's attach it here. It's pretty much friction based, but so once you put it in, it's gonna be tough to get it out. Okay, next. Okay, so like I said a while ago, there's a notch here on the top part, and this part, the one with the extra detail on the barrel, should be facing the one with the notch. So here. It's not stated in the manual, so you have to actually pay attention to the instructions in order for you to find that out. So, because once you put it in like this, getting these out without damaging the part, it's gonna be extra hard. So much better to get it right the first time. So there, you just match the notches. Okay, there we go. You'll eventually get it in. It's gonna match. There we go. Then you just slide that in. Simple. So I might be shooting myself in the foot here, because when I see the screenshot or the shots or the photos in the box, there's actually a decal going around this portion of the barrel. So I'm not sure if I can do that, if I can apply that, if I can apply those decals without having to disassemble it again, but it should be easy enough to disassemble. So you should, oh no, you can just pull it out, hopefully. Okay, so some things to keep in mind. So good thing that you saw that. So you can see the different sources of the potential errors. So now just do that again. So do an inspection on your paint job. If there's some damage, you can hide it so that the barrel is facing inwards. The damaged portion, I mean, is facing inwards where it can't be seen anymore. Okay, there we go. Next one. So see, like this, there's damage here. So I can do it like this. There we go. Oh, sorry, can't be seen anymore. So again, there's a notch. Do it like this. Barrel. There we go. Then let's put it in like so. There we go. Push it in. There. Okay. It's good. Next. Some of the other accent pieces. There we go. Now, there are actually two. In the manual, there are two. These are separated, left and right, even though they are classified as even though they are basically just one piece. The thing that makes them separate is the handle. So there's a handle for a right and left. So let's see here. There. Depending on how you insert it is gonna determine which one's right, which one's left. Although when you are actually gonna use it on the mobile suit, that shouldn't matter a lot because you are going to be depending on this connection here to the forearm instead of the suit actually holding it. But you can see here, you can actually fold it, and wait, I haven't actually put it inside yet. There we go. And this is wrong because it's not fully inside. So let's take it out, put it the other way around. There we go. There. So it should be like this. Okay. There we go. Now there are actually two other pieces here. So these gold pieces here. No, sorry. White pieces here. Actually go right here. So there's the gun. Why doesn't it? There we go. Connect it here first. Okay, so there's the gun. Dual Gatling. Nice. So it's not stated in the manual, but you can actually join these parts together. So you just have to be really careful, especially if you're doing a painted build, because this part can be difficult to remove. So you can join the guns. You can actually join the guns. Okay, so remove that part. Get the other gun right here. Then you connect them using these connectors. Okay, so let's try it out. There. And the other one. There. That's wrong. What you want to do is insert both parts first. So why you want to do that is because there are actually connection points there. So you want to insert them like so. There. Snap. And there you go. 4 Gatlings in 1. So if you're going, if you want to display it like this, you might want to remove one part, one here, one of the arm attachment points here, so that it can actually be used by the suit, because I don't think the hole exists in both sides of the arms. But we'll see when we get around to doing the actual mobile suit now. So hopefully the mobile suit becomes much easier to do, because I don't have to do any more masking. We should be good. Okay, so let's just take this out first. So yeah, especially when doing a painted build like this, it's gonna be really hard to do stuff like this, because it's gonna ruin the paint job. But that comes with the territory. So let's see here. You can see I've already scuffed up the paint, but luckily that's inside the part, so it won't actually be seen all that much, so that's just fine. Okay, let me take this out. Take it out. We're gonna take it out. There we go. Thought it flew away. Okay. So it's just gonna be like this. It's much easier. This is much easier to do so. So again, attach it from the holes first. The other one. Here we go. There we go. So maybe next time I'll see you guys again when I finally do the mobile suit itself. But I still need to figure out how to edit, because I don't know how to edit videos yet. But I've been capturing a lot of footage here, all while I'm building. So here are the guns, all of them. Took me 2 weeks, but I think as you can see, it's very much worth it. Okay, so see you around, guys. Plamo out, and Merry Christmas.